Vandy and Oklahoma stat-wise are fairly close to each other. Now, Oklahoma is 17-5 currently. They're number 11 in the nation. They're eighth in the SEC. Vandy is 22-2, seventh in the nation, second in the SEC. And stat-wise, they're actually fairly close. They are. And in some ways, Oklahoma has some better stats in some places. Now, I'm saying that not because, I have a problem with it. I'm telling you straight up facts. I'm a numbers guy. If you've been to my channel, you know I'm a numbers guy. Now, I like what Vandy's doing this season. I like what Oklahoma's doing this season. Both of these teams, I can see them making deep runs into the NCAA tournament. For that matter, I can see both these teams doing pretty good in the SEC tournament. I'm looking at this. Now, this is going to be at Vandy on Monday. Shea Ralph has got Vandy going at a high rate right now. Michaela Blake just had an amazing game. Uh, Sooners, unfortunately, just lost to Texas. Vandy beat Kentucky at Kentucky 84-83. They also smacked down Florida. Now, Oklahoma did beat A&M pretty convincingly. Texas A&M. They beat Auburn. Vandy lost to South Carolina very convincingly, 103-74. So you're looking at 30 points there. Well, 29 for you folks that want to get exact. And lost to Ole Miss 83-75 in a come down game. Now, Reagan Beers, who is a double machine, and Aaliyah Chavez are two of the best players in women's basketball right now. You can't say that they're not. I have some problems with Aaliyah Chavez, but Michaela Blake's playing at a pretty high rate. Aubrey Galvin, another one that's stepping up when she needs to step up. Uh, Justine Passat, Sasha Washington. They have, both these teams have folks on them that are outstanding. I love me some watching some Reagan Beers. I love watching Michaela Blake's. Jenny Baranczyk has done some real good things for the Sooners since she's gotten there. This is her second season. Last year, she took him to the Sweet 16 in the SEC. Good Lord. I keep doing this, and I am sorry to my folks. Okay, she's been there since 2021. This is her second season in the SEC. She was there for 3 seasons while they were still part of the Big 12. The way the page I look at, it breaks it down via which conference they were in. And before that, she was at Drake. And she kept taking Drake to the NCAAs and WNITs. Since she's been at Oklahoma, the first 3 seasons she made it to the second round. This or last season she made it to the Sweet 16. And I'm looking at this team and going, they're pretty convincing. So I am not going to say that there is any way, shape, or form that they won't do something good this year. Shea Ralph, former player, has only coached at Vandy's, but has only gone to the first round in the NCAA. Did it twice. Her first season there made it to the third round in WNIT. But this season, she's just had something special. So we're going to take a look at this game by the numbers, as I always do. Now let's get into it. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, hey, General Robert Nealon, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Now, Sooners are visiting, so we're going to cover them first. 88 points a game on average is what they score during the game. 63.9 is what they allow on average to be scored against them. A little high on that, but, with 88 points scoring, 46% field goal percentage, that's really darn good. It's, that, in my opinion, is a true, you're going to get somewhere in the NCAAs. 49.2 rebounds. That's amazing. 20.7 assists. That's pretty darn good. That's some good teamwork. 5.4 blocks. That's good in the women's NCAA basketball. 10.8 steals. That's eh. Now, Aaliyah Chavez. 31.5 minutes, 18.5 points a game, 3.6 rebounds. Now, mind you, she leads in points, she leads in assists. 4.1 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.3 blocks, 3 turnovers a game. That's way high. Only 38.4 field goal percentage. So, in other words, she's taking a lot of shots and not making a lot. 89.7 free throw percentage and 34.8 3-point percentage. That's okay. I mean, that's eh. Reagan Beers leads in rebounds, leads in blocks, is in the game 25.1 minutes a game. She's a center. 16 points a game, 10.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 0.7 steals, 1.1 blocks, 2 turnovers. Still a little high, nothing major. 59.8% field goal percentage. That's really, really good. 63.3 free throw percentage. That needs to be worked on. 10.7 3-point percentage. That is kind of garbage. Actually, it is garbage. 1 out of every 10 shots makes it in from 3-point line. Quit shooting. Sahara Williams, a forward, 26.9 minutes a game, 12.3 points a game, 7.9 rebounds. Hey, she's doing what a forward should be doing. 4 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.7 blocks, 2.9 turnovers. Really high. Really, really high. 47.1 field goal percentage, though. That's really good. 70.1% free throw percentage. 26% 3-point percentage. Peyton Verhorst, 31 minutes a game, 11.6 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.5 steals. So she's tied with Aaliyah Chavez. 0.8 blocks, 1.5 turnovers, that's good. 41.2 field goal percentage. That's okay. 82.1 free throw percentage, not bad. And 33% 3-point shooting. They've got 31.6 3-point percentage. 31.6 3-point shot percentage. So, just a little under 1 out of every 3 shots goes in when they're shooting from the 3-point line. 45.5 field goal percentage. That's a good number. They're switching in and out players quite well. They got 3 centers, so they can afford to switch out Reagan Beers with Beatrice Culleton, who's scoring 1.3 points a game. I'm looking at this. They're they're decently switching out players when they need to. Being in there over 30 minutes is Aaliyah Chavez and Peyton Verhoist. Those 2 probably should be allowed out a little bit more often. Aaliyah Chavez's shot selection is horrible. But she's doing enough to get 18.5 points a game. I like Reagan Beers. Aaliyah Chavez, her shot selection really looks like garbage. 38.4 field goal percentage. when you've got Sahara Williams making 47.1, Reagan Beers 59.8, Peyton Brohoist 41.2, 52.2 for Brooklyn Stewart. Get him beyond the arc, keep him out of the paint, and this is probably, well, you can let Aaliyah Chavez into the paint because, well, one out of every three, basically. But they're still a good team. Now, Vandy, 84.7 points a game on average. That's less than Oklahoma. 62.3 points is what they allow against them. A little high, but they're still winning. 48% field goal percentage. Really good number there. 36.3 rebounds. That could be a lot higher. 20 assists. They're working as a team. 4.1 blocks. That's low for NCAA women's. And 11.9 steals. It's, average. Vandy has Michaela Blake as the leading scorer, leading in steals. She's getting 33.8 minutes a game, 25.6 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 3.1 steals. She knows how to get in there. She's like Rory Harmon in that. zero point 0.2 blocks, 2.8 turnovers, though. That's high. But 45.5 field goal percentage. Really good number there. 33.1 3-point percentage. And 84% free throw percentage. Aubrey Galvin, 33.7 minutes, 11.8 points a game. She also leads in assists, by the way. 3 rebounds a game, 6.2 assists, 2.9 steals. Hey, Aubrey Galvin, Michaela Blakes, when they're on the court, you got to worry about them getting that ball from you. 0.1 blocks, 2.5 turnovers, another way too high number, 40.4 field goal percentage. It is what it is. 31.1 3-point percentage. That's another 82.1 free throw percentage. Justine Passat, third leading scorer in there, 28.3 minutes a game, 11.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 0.5 steals, 0.3 blocks, 1.3 turnovers. That's good. 44.5 field goal percentage. Not bad. 43.6 3-point percentage. That is good. 70% from the free throw line. Sasha Washington, a forward who's leading in rebounds, 23 minutes a game, 10.1 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.4 turnovers, 61.5% in the paint. That's a darn good number, but you can't hit a three-pointer. She's at 0% on three-pointers. 66.7 free throw percentage. As a team, they're shooting 36.9% from the three-point line. Not bad. It's not good, but not bad. Actually, it's not that bad. It's just could be a little bit better, but it's better than a lot of teams out there. Way better than a lot of teams out there. 47.5 field goal percentage. They're making very intelligent shots most of the time. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm looking at those numbers. 75.1 free throw percentage. That's a good number. Michaela Blakes and Aubrey Galvin are on the court way too much. Seriously, 33.8 minutes a game, 33.7 minutes a game. They've still got 3 players who's still in double digits for the season. Why are they on the team if they're not getting developed and can get out on the court? But the players that are getting out on the court are making really good shot selection. They are. I got to give them that. Michaela Blake's 25.6 points a game on 45.5 field goal percentage, 33.1 3-point percentage. Okay. But she's making them really good. And her and Aubrey Galvin, you don't want them on the court next to you because they'll take the ball from you. Turnovers are way too high, but that is what it is when you're on the court that much. Sasha Washington is doing what she needs to do. I'm looking at this team, and they're not a bad team at all. I'm looking at this. Okay, how do they compare to, say, South Carolina? How do they compare to UConn? Texas, for that matter. I'm looking at them and I'm going, they're a really good team, really solid team. I don't see them comparing with the UConn. You've already seen that they don't really compare to South Carolina. Part of it's shot selection. While they're good at it, South Carolina and UConn are elite at it. They're relying on Michaela Blake's way too much, but she's still shooting so smart that you can see why and she's got multiple 30 something point games, 30, 35 point games. Really good. Okay. Right now on ESPN, as I'm recording this video, Oklahoma's got a 46.7% chance to win this game. Vandy has a 53.3% chance to win this game. I'm looking at this. At first, I was going to go without looking at where it's getting played, at first, I was going to go with the Sooners. And I still think that they could upset Vandy in Memorial Gymnasium. This could be an upset. But if Michaela Blakes has one of her normal games, if Sasha Washington has her normal kind of game, I think that overall they are a better team than Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma's got several stats that are far better, but Vandy's got a drive this season. This is also home court advantage. Um, Vandy's not been in this position in a while. Are they able would they be able to beat South Carolina? No. I think South Carolina's got the SEC wrapped up this year. Um, it could happen that they might lose, but I think South Carolina's got the SEC wrapped up this season. I think South Carolina's the best team, but I'm going to say anchored down. I am. I like Sooners. I like Kenny Baranczyk. I like Reagan Beers, but I'm looking at this. What they just did at Texas, what they did against LSU. Yeah, they beat South Carolina in overtime, 94-82. I think it's just simple fact of that, you know, South Carolina just had an off night. Can if Vandy has an off night, yes, they can beat Vandy. But Vandy has, I don't know. It's just something about the teamwork between Michaela Blake, Sasha Washington, Aubrey Galvin, Iona Mitchell, or yeah, Mitchell. I think that Vandy's got just a little bit better teamwork. I've watched them, and they find a way to get what they're doing. Plus, who Vandy relies on to make the points are making far better shot selections. Now, Reagan Beers is going to be key in this game. At any point, a double double machine is always key in this game. She's defensively minded in a lot of ways, but she's not blocking enough. That I don't know what it is about NCAA women's and not blocking as much, but I think it really will come down to who's going to have the better night. And I think Vandy has proven that they're ready to have the better nights. I'm looking at Vandy's schedule. They've got the Sooners, Texas, Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, and Tennessee. They don't have an easy path. SEC's not an easy path this year, but you know, I only see them dropping one more or dropping Texas, maybe. I think that they're going to be looking to and make this game something. Now, Oklahoma has got a far easier path the rest of the season. So they may be getting up to this game knowing that they'll get a rest over the next few games. After Vandy, they've got Florida, which pretty much guaranteed win for them. Alabama, going to be a little tough, nothing major. Georgia is going to be tough, but winnable. Tennessee, tough, but winnable. I hate to say that, but Arkansas, Mizzou. Yeah, this is going to be if Oklahoma can win this game, I think they're going to be doing some amazing things. But I don't think Vandy's looking at this game as one of the few games that they need to win. I really do. So I'm calling it Vandy. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, that's my video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget that either. Hey, this has been Paul with
Artlist.io.
Redneck Thinker Media. I do sports, I do politics. Hit like, subscribe. And y'all, this has been Paul. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.